What a pleasure. Absolutely delighted now to be joined by Tanya Müller García. Tanya, welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming to our program today. So let's kick off. So how is Mexico City maintaining its commitment to the Paris Climate Accord?
So Mexico City is part of the C40 network, and we are now one of the 8 pilot cities that is developing a new climate action program to comply with the Paris Agreement of 1.5 degrees. So this is something very important for the next administration. They will have a very well-structured climate action program to comply with the Paris Agreement.
So those cities that are complying with the Paris Agreement, what are some of the challenges and opportunities for those cities?
So I think one of the greater challenges is that we define very clear targets and goals. But then the second challenge is, how do you monitor, verify, and report that you are advancing with these goals, obviously, no? And I think that some of the greater opportunities is that at the local level, city governments, we really can contribute to the Paris Agreement, not only at a local and regional level, but also at the national and global levels. And this is what Mexico City is doing.
There's been a lot of publicity about the Trump administration's decision to withdraw, and a lot of American cities and a lot of American politicians still want to be part of the climate accord, and therefore the We Are Still In movement. What do you think is stopping some of the cities from signing up to that?
So from my personal experience, I think that maybe if it's not very clear what the declaration is, right, and what they have to comply to, or if there's uncertainty on financially how they will achieve their goals, this can be a barrier for them to sign the We Are Still In agreement. But it's really very important to be part of it, because it's not only the local governments, but also universities, businesses that are really coming together to make a firm statement that even though the US federal government pulled out, well, there's a whole movement within the US saying we are still in and we will comply with the Paris Agreement.
So how important, finally, is it for American cities, therefore, to be part of that movement?
Well, what we've seen is that globally, cities will continue to grow. Cities are at the front line of climate change, and we do have to be very active, and it's imperative for us to come together and to work to achieve the Paris Agreement. So I think that this is what the declaration of We Are Still In signifies, and we're working together with C40 cities and with the American Pledge. So really this unity just communicates that sense of urgency to act on climate change.
Marvelous. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.